Thank you.
Oh my gosh. So what you probably don't know, and what I didn't realize until I simply asked the question, is that if you look at all of the Facebook executives outside of Silicon Valley, who oversees the biggest business, the most number of users in the world? The woman sitting right here. So how many users is this?
That's 433 million.
433 million monthly users who spend how much time online? Do you know that stat?
They're spending on average 50 minutes a day.
50 minutes a day.
On mobile.
And on mobile.
Yeah.
And is that number going up, or is that?
It is going up. Yeah, we've seen an increase year on year.
So you're doing a good job. And how much is that 433 million? How fast is that growing?
So the numbers are growing year on year pretty substantially across the world. So we've gone up now to 1.65 billion people that are coming onto Facebook every single month, almost a billion every single day. So the numbers are absolutely going up. It's about another 200 million people year on year.
So Nicola, thinking back to Facebook at the time of its very difficult, kind of troubled IPO, Facebook was late to mobile. And Mark Zuckerberg very aggressively said, we gotta be mobile first, mobile best. And the company pivoted very dramatically and very quickly. Now, the big new thing that I believe you're focused on, and everybody, some people are late to, you're actually on time to, video. Video. How does the video trend compare to the mobile trend?
So it's happening even faster. And what we're seeing is we're watching much more closely what people are doing. And I think the mistake from the mobile days was actually, in the shift to mobile, is we weren't watching quickly enough what people were doing. What we're seeing now on Facebook with mobile, with video, is this exponential growth. So we're seeing 100 million hours every single day of people watching video on mobile. And that number's just going up and up and up. So we've gone from 1 billion video views a day to 8 billion video views a day.
In what?
In a year. In a year.
Gosh.
So we're all watching a lot more video. And I think that's also because of the nature of the types of video that we're watching as well. It's much more immersive. We love 360. I don't know if there's any Game of Thrones fans out there. Any Game of Thrones fans? Me. If you're not, you should watch it. It's fantastic. But
so explain 360 video.
So 360 video, or even 360 photos now that we're seeing as well, that launched just last week, it allows you to take your phone, your smartphone, and start to move around and explore and see different things. So with the Game of Thrones trailer, you could actually get in and look around and see the different cities and what it felt like. It feels like you're in there. And the thing with mobile that we're seeing is that people want to get more immersive, they want to spend more time, and they want to interact. And so that's one aspect that we're seeing. The other is live.
Live.
Have you tried it yet?
Live, I have tried it. I have done it. I did not initiate it. I was on it. And it is, tell me if I'm right about this, this is sort of a bigger, faster phenomenon than even Facebook expected?
It is.
So what is that a sign of? How are you taking advantage of that, Facebook Live? And what do these business and women who run businesses and organizations, how can they use Facebook Live to their benefit?
Well, we're seeing it used in a variety of different ways. One of the things that people are loving is actually the behind the scenes, what's really going on. We should do it here. We should have done one behind the scenes. What the chaos really looks like. We all look glam here now, but the chaos of
getting your hair blown out.
Exactly, what's going on behind the scenes. People love that. People love the fact that they can actually interact with the video that's actually happening as it's live. And we're seeing 10 times more comments from people on a live video than just from another video. So
the engagement is much higher.
So much.
And what does that mean to advertisers?
So I think if you want to know what's on people's minds and you want to have the ability to reach out, then this is a fantastic way of doing it.
You're going to Cannes, next week, in a few days?
That's where I first met you.
We did. We met on a boat in Cannes.
We did.
With a mind reader on the boat.
We did. That was my first day of work. at Facebook.
I remember you were just about to come, and this was a big move for Nicola and a big move for Facebook. They were bringing in a woman who had been the vice chair of Grey Advertising London and had then run her own agency, Camerama, am I saying it correctly? And had been a very sort of powerful woman in advertising for 20 years. Let me just focus on Ken first. What do you expect to be the biggest trend that you're looking out for there? And what are you looking to discover there?
So I love Cannes. It's the most amazing festival of creativity, the advertising festival. And so I always go to see the work, that's first and foremost. But I think the shift that we'll start to see this time is the hunger and the desire by creative agencies to get more involved in the mobile explosion. And I think a dawning realization, if you like, that it's going to be you can't do it by yourself. We need to collaborate and come together because this is brave new world thinking. People need to try things, people need to test and learn things in a way that they haven't done before, and that they're better if they do it together.
Nicola, what do you see as, where will Facebook be in 5 years in terms of mobile and in terms of video?
Okay, so 5 years now from a tech company is always a good bet, isn't it? Have a go. It will be definitely mobile, will be probably all video.
All video?
All video.
And how much of that will be virtual reality related video?
We'll be getting closer and closer to more of that. It'll certainly be more immersive, so there'll be 360 will feel very common, whereas today it still feels a bit, ooh, that's interesting, that's different. It'll just be commonplace.
And when you say all video, Facebook will be all video in 5 years, does that mean we're not going to be like typing? We're not going to be using words? I
just think if we look already, we're seeing a year-on-year decline on text. We're seeing a massive increase, as I've said, on both pictures and video. So I think, yeah, if I was having a bet, I would say video, video, video.
Wow. And Facebook, of course, owns Instagram, so this is the big bet, pictures and video.
But I think that's also because it helps us edit. You know, you talk with your business about this as an era of storytelling.
Yes.
The best way to tell stories in this world where so much information is coming at us actually is video. It commands so much more information in a much quicker period. So actually, the trend helps us to digest more of the information in a quicker way.
I don't want writers to go out of business, though.
You'll have to write for the video.
We do. We have to do a little bit of explaining. Who has a question? Are there any questions out there yet? Yes. Wait for the mic. Front row right here.
I just wanted to know.
If you could identify yourself.
I'm Madiha. I'm the CEO of Lal's Chocolates from Pakistan. I just wanted to know, how does Snapchat affect your business? How does Snapchat, how does Facebook view Snapchat?
So Snapchat is its own business. It's going very well, it seems, but we're very different. And so we're very much focused on building up our own family of apps and services. Things like Instagram you were mentioning, which is growing incredibly quickly, 400 million users, very visual, focusing very young. So there's lots of things out there that people will use, but we're focusing on ours.
Does Facebook wish it owned Snapchat?
No, I think Facebook feels that we have an amazing family of different apps and services that are providing people the ability to connect, to share, and to do the things that people love to do.
So yesterday it was announced that Microsoft is buying LinkedIn. Does that affect Facebook and its strategy going forward? And what does that mean for the industry?
So I think, does it affect us and our mission? No, our mission remains the same. We've got a long way to go to connect everyone so we can all share more. In terms of the industry, I think it's probably a really good illustration of the fact that this is an industry, the tech industry is an industry that is constantly innovating, constantly moving. And even when you see the really big players out there, things can change as well. So I think the only thing we can really expect is disruption. And even the disruptors are being disrupted.
And LinkedIn being a disruptor.
Absolutely, yeah.
And being disrupted. Does anyone else have a question? Yes, right here. Wait for the mic. It's right here. Yes.
Hi, I'm Kamini Banga. I'm an author and a consultant. You just talked about disruption. You were a disruptor. What keeps up Facebook at night? What keeps you up at night?
Okay, it's a great question because we want to make sure that we keep disrupting ourselves. And so I think that's the challenge, is to ourselves. The things is, are we asking ourselves hard questions so that we'll make sure that we are keeping close to what the consumer is doing, that we're keeping close to the trends? And the best example of that, I think, if you've been to our headquarters, is...
I have been.
So you've seen the Sun, our headquarters in Menlo Park are built on the Sun Microsystem site. And as you walk in, there is a great big poster of Facebook with a thumb up. But actually, at the back of it is the Sun Microsystem site. That was a business that had incredible people, very smart people there, multi-billion market cap company, and where is it today? So the greatest thing we worry about is, are we asking ourselves hard questions in order to disrupt ourselves?
Nicola, you had run your own agency. You went through your 20-year career on the agency side, hiring, promoting, letting go a lot of people. How did coming to Facebook and learning about how people lead and how the culture works there affect you as a leader?
So I've learned a lot in the 3 years at Facebook. I think the first is how incredibly open Facebook is, how incredibly collaborative. And we've got slogans all over the place, as you've seen. Nothing at Facebook is somebody else's problem. That's one of my favorites. Everyone mucks in and helps. The fact that we focus on impact, and I think a lot of time is often wasted worrying about lots of things that don't necessarily help in the long run, or could be nice to do, but get you away from what the core of what you should do. I think there's some of the things. And also the fact that we just test and learn. That rather than have all the arguments, the conversations, etc., just get out there and test it. It's so easy to do now. See what people think, just ask them. And, why didn't we just do that?
So I assume that you were hired, you came in 2012. I assume you were hired because the Facebook brass saw you as fitting into the culture at Facebook. But what has been the most difficult thing for you to adjust to and learn to do in a different way?
So I think you're right, culture matters, and that's what we look for, and we play people to their strengths. I think when you arrive at Facebook, there is this overwhelming amount of information that hits you. People describe it as drinking from the fire hose, just taking it all in, understanding the organization, how it works. That was probably the biggest surprise, and also the speed. I thought I worked pretty fast anyway, but the speed with which we work at Facebook is absolutely, it's exhilarating.
So Nicola is the daughter of kosher caterers. Your parents are still in the business. They're in Manchester, is that right? That's where Nicola grew up. They were or still are the kosher caterers for British Airways. Is that correct?
They did.
They did. But this was a large business, I guess. What did you learn working there as a teenager, growing up?
So I did work there. I worked there from when I was 13 till I was 20, all through school, holidays, weekends, and it was extraordinary. I think the things that I realized I learned, I didn't actually appreciate till I was much older. So actually having a mum and dad that worked together is pretty unusual. So I was, daughter of working parents together, but actually I'm the daughter of grandparents that worked together as well. So working moms was my thing. I didn't realize that everybody else had that. They taught me to dream big. They taught me to just go for it. They taught me the importance of food. My fridge is never empty, but you would expect that from a Jewish mother.
She has 4 kids, so her fridge is never empty.
Well, it is after the boys have all had a good go at it at the weekend. So those were some of the things that they instilled in me, sense of self-belief.
Good. Well, thank you very much for coming. We hope you come back next year. Facebook changes so fast that we always want an update, so thank you, Nicola Mendelsohn.
Thank you.